and I believe in you. I believe in the simple things and everything you do. I believe in the heavens above, and I believe in truth. I believe in the love we have, because I believe in you. So tell me, do you feel the way that I feel? And tell me, would you give what I'm willing to give? And I believe in honesty, and I believe it's true. And I believe if you set it free, it will come back to you. And I believe that things were meant to really be. And I believe in the love we have, because I believe in you.
And hello, welcome to Cancer Kickers. Hi, everybody. Vincent, do I have you there, baby?
Hey, honey, how are you? So we are proud to announce our engagement. We're going to become common law, husband and wife.
No, now you said we had to do 2 more shows before common law. Now you're changing.
Well, that's next week. Hey, this week is our engagement, and next week, hey, it's you and me, baby.
I was gonna say, changing things around already. We're not even married, and you're acting like a husband.
We're gonna live off your royalties. And if anybody's not aware of who Cynthia Brooks is, then I suggest you use your searching and find her. Very beautiful, talented actress in a great many movies. Soap operas, and has appeared in the pages of some very famous magazines.
Yeah, if you want to call the Inquirer a famous magazine. Or the Star, the Radio Bible, the Star, yeah.
I've got another one or two in mine.
No.
People have to find that out for themselves, so... Listen, I hope nobody gets upset from my little joke. I told Cynthia what I was going to do. I was thinking about it last night, and I just laughed and laughed and laughed, and I'm still laughing. So,
it's hysterical.
Yeah, we're getting web wed.
We are. I love that. That's what's happening. We're getting web wed. That's it. So. Yeah, because I love doing the show with Vincent, and I keep bugging him, please do the show with me, and blah, 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 blah. So he emails or inboxes me on Facebook. He's like, 2 more shows, and we are common law marriage. So, I love Vinny. So I said, no problem. So then he comes up with this idea, but what's hysterical is he posted it. He posted that we got engaged on my Facebook page. Did you post it on your page too yet, Vin?
Oh, yeah. I posted it to mine, and it goes to yours automatic there.
Okay. And we're getting we're getting all these like the second it went up, I don't know how many congratulations I got.
Bunches. We got over 50 in about half an hour so far.
Oh, that many? Because I haven't looked. Oh my God. Hey, and what's so funny too is one of my best friends, I said I was going to give her a shout out today. Her name's Laura Wright. She's in New York right now. Normally she lives in France, which, Vinny, when we get married, we can go live with her in France, and I'm sure she'll be fine with that in her 1-bedroom apartment. That's
awesome.
That's not a problem. So, I want to talk a little bit about that, though, you guys, because I think you're going to love this. But anyway, so she's one of my nearest and dearest, and she knows, she's like, oh, my God, congratulations. And she knows I would have told her if it was, you know what I mean? So... Even one of my besties is falling for it, so it's hilarious.
Looks like I'm getting the better the deal here by some of the comments. Let's see. Leslie Winter says your fiance is a knockout.
Oh.
Damn, Vincent, you hit the jackpot, Carolyn says.
Wow.
A lot of congratulations. I said, a famous actress. We're going to live off her royalties.
Yeah.
Lisa George was a girlfriend of mine back in 9th grade. She says, she's beautiful, Vince. She did good. We've got Rosalie from Japan. Congratulations.
Thank you, Japan.
Daniel Pidle says, looks high maintenance already. Better you than me, brother. LMAO. Just kidding, Frank. Congrats to you and her. Bill Golden says, poor woman.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious. Who is the one? What was the name of the guy who said high maintenance? Because I'm going to get him.
That's Daniel Pidle. He's an activist.
Am I friends with him? I don't think I'm friends with him on Facebook.
No, he's one of my friends. I think I got better friends than you because I got more of my friends giving us congrats than you do.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just to let Daniel know I'm after him. It's over.
Well, hey, I don't know if he's too far from wrong now, is he? Look at that picture. You're gorgeous. You look high maintenance. I'm sorry, dear.
I don't even know what to say back to that. Like high maintenance this, okay?
I'm not worried about it because we're living off your royalties. So
yeah, my $3 residual checks I get like every 2 weeks. So we're gonna be rolling in it. You guys, I honestly do. I honestly got a residual check for 1 penny for a cent.
Wow.
Yeah, hysterical. And I tried with SAG. I tried to start a charity where, because it's like cost over $1 for the printing and the postage and printing of the check and all that stuff. So like anything under $1, and a lot of people are going to go for it. Let's just like create a charity, put it into the charity. You know what I mean? I'm always like on charities. I know that, but that didn't pan out. So yeah, we'll be living off my penny residual checks. It's great.
Hey, we can live on love, baby.
So, I hope you guys, I'm looking in the chat room, a lot of people are laughing, I love that. We should just keep having fun with this, Benny. Okay,
oh, yeah.
The next thing you should post is my address and where to send wedding gifts. That's next, okay?
Oh, yeah, huh? Dodie, a fellow broadcaster here on UCY, she says love doesn't need money. That's right.
That's right.
Dodie knows I'm a trickster, too, because I tricked her out of a couple of kisses while we were up in Bunkerville together.
What?
Yeah. Don't hate her. It's not her fault.
Oh, now I got it. Now I got
and
another
I can't
one.
help myself either.
You better learn, too. Because I do have steak knives, and Lorena Bobbitt was always a hero of mine, so you better watch your P's and Q's, mister.
I'm going to watch my P's for sure.
Yes, you better. Oh, okay. So I just in the chat room, nice bitch Zori. Is that, she says love doesn't need money? Is that who you're talking about? Another host here? Hi. Yep. Hi. Okay, hi Becky. Hi Planet X Chemtrails.
And Becky says we can join her down in Belize on our honeymoon.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, all we have to do is toss her out of the house and then it's ours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Becky. What is Becky saying? I think my dad's medical bag I found today, it feels powerful. Oh, she must be talking about something else completely, right?
Yeah.
I thought she might have...
Maybe like an Indian thing.
Okay. I thought Becky was saying she found her dad's medical bag and, there was a scalpel in there that I might need. Just wondering. Just to keep busy.
I'll behave, I promise.
You will now.
Yeah. I've said many times in my life, not just the mere... let me see if I can say this right without being crude. a butt whipping goes a long ways, even just the mere threat of one. So
there you go.
Those wonders to change attitudes.
Becky, my daughter got married a guy from Belize. It's beautiful here. We're moving. We're moving, Vincent. Yeah, definitely. Let's just get in that trailer of yours and drive all the way down the Panama Canal and over to Belize. That sounds good.
We'll float it down
Mississippi
to the Gulf of Mexico and right on down the line.
There you go. See, we already got a plan. Most married people don't.
Yeah.
We're way ahead of the game. That's
right. We're going to play it as we go, too.
That's right. Wait. So I just want to do a few more shout-outs. I want to shout out to my good friend. Don't get jealous, honey. He's just a friend for now. We'll talk about that later. Bernie McGranahan, who's been really, really supportive. Thank you so much, Bernie, for everything. He's just been the best. And I want to have him on the show, Vincent. This guy is a stand-up comic. He's freaking hilarious. And he kind of does similar. We're on the same kind of wavelength as my stand-up, because what his stand-up comedy evolves into is he's very big into sort of trying to maintain sobriety, but also suicide prevention. So now he travels the world, and it's the same sort of format where he's got this hilarious comedy, but there's a message, behind it, just like my comedy with, curing cancer and all that stuff. So I want to have him on soon and make you jealous because, you're kissing the other co-hosts and stuff. So I think that's only fair. Don't you, darling?
Well, yeah.
Already, we're let's see here. We're about an hour into the engagement, and he's already agreeing with me.
You bet.
That's the way to do it. So thank you, Bernie. Thank you so much again, Brian Jacobs, who's been so great to me. Just so wonderful. Thank you, guys. Also, I want to thank Terrell Miller, who I'm staying with. What we can do is, since I'm staying with Terrell, we'll give Terrell's address to the entire world to send the wedding gifts to, and then if there's, problems and stalkers and stuff, we don't have to worry about that. That sounds like a plan.
It works for me. We've got 60 people that's liked our engagement so far, so I think we can make out like bandits here.
I think I think we're onto something, darling.
Wonder how many toasters we'll get.
Oh yeah. No toasters. How's that? What do I need? I need jewelry for the wedding. That's and lingerie.
Oh yeah, lingerie.
Yeah,
lots of lingerie.
I was waiting for that. I was like, where'd Vinny go? So anyway, I just want to again thank Carol, and I'm gonna give her a bump here, as I call it, a plug. I have to. She's a real estate agent. She's amazing, like incredible. She's got a PhD. She teaches over 25 years. She does any kind of real estate, from traditional sales, probate, foreclosure, reverse mortgages, and she teaches all this stuff, apartment buildings, everything. She does it all. Oh my God, Vinny, I have another announcement for you. But okay, we're coming up to that anyway. But because I said real estate agent, I have to say her license number because of the legal stuff. So her license number is 0101923, Carol Miller, and her website is sanfernandovalleyandbeyond.com. And you can go on there if you're just curious to look around, and nobody's going to come after you or anything like that. Like, you have to approach them. They're very cool. They're very chill. But this just dawned on me now, Vinny. Another announcement, you guys. Vinny, I don't know if you heard the news, because I don't know if you've been on Facebook a lot. Did you know that Ian and I got a reality TV show?
Really? Awesome.
I didn't think you knew. Yeah, Ian's been announcing it, and I realized that I hadn't seen any posts from you, so maybe you didn't see, obviously you didn't see Ian's posts. It's all kind of in the beginning phases, but with reality television, a lot of you guys know it moves fast and furious, so we were supposed to get contracts this week. There was a little bit of a holdup. That's cool. We're going to get them next week. The producers are in New York. They're coming out, and they're, like I said, it's going to move fast and furious. They're ready to go. They, are probably going to be we're going to be shooting in about a week or so. There's a lot of different names, and I guess I'm not supposed to totally say them, but it's all about alternative medicine. It's all about curing cancer and other diseases with alternative medicine. And I think they got a pretty cool thing going on. I like their framework right now. There's going to be like a house where we stay, and then Ian, running back and forth to Mexico, like getting people treatment and getting people help and having people stay here and helping them. It's kind of like, you know what I mean, the format, which that's like Terrell also, who I was talking about, my friend who's the real estate agent. She's she's going to find the house and do all that stuff, you know what I mean? So it's going to be pretty interesting, I think. And like I said, you always, like with this, it moves so fast, but you take it one step at a time. And it's really circled, I like it because Ian is the star, and I'm going to just jump in and jump out, which is great for me because I don't know if I could deal with 24-hour cameras around me, to be honest.
Wow, so where's it going to be at?
Well, it's going to be kind of like on the road shooting, meaning going back and forth from Mexico, taking a lot of the people down to Mexico where they can get the treatment, you know.
Is it going to be on a cable network?
Yeah, we don't know which one yet. We don't know which one. This production company's got a number of different shows on a bunch of different cable networks. So, yeah, it's kind of seeming like it's going to happen.
That is way cool. And we're still waiting on your HBO special where I'm going to come out and be your producer.
Yeah, well, I think this will be great because me being on that will just jump kick the HBO. You know what I mean? The HBO
Absolutely.
People.
Yeah.
So that's why, I mean, it's just like sometimes you know how things just evolve perfectly. So I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to be married in, if you will, to a huge 24/7 contract. So since I'll be able to be floating in and out as a spiritual advisor, you know what I mean, I'll be able to, and we're going to put it in the contract, I'll be able to do other shows. So it's just going to add momentum to everything. And it's a really exciting time. You know, it happened out of nowhere, and that's how this business is. I know it. Ian knows it. It's easy to get discouraged, and then all of a sudden, boom, you know, these great things, you know, and they approached Ian. He didn't even go after them, you know. So it's good. It's great. I'll keep you guys posted every week on the progress and all that stuff. And maybe even what would be great is that, I like connecting the dots. So hopefully, yeah, like we can be broadcasting when they're filming me at one point on this show.
Oh, that would really be neat.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's Becky saying? No to Cynthia. I type too damn fast.
Becky's great.
Becky says she can't hear. I can't hear, but I'm staying in chat, so don't mind my post, Cynthia. Why can't you? Well,
oh, she may need to refresh. Maybe she had a flash crash. Anon says audio's fine, so it may be on her end. She's on Wi-Fi. She's down in the beach in the Carolinas. Yeah, so she's skipping the Wi-Fi right now.
Okay, somebody just said Becky try to refresh. I'm gonna type in Becky, because she'd be the one that loves this stuff the most.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I just want to thank another person who has helped me, and she's really, really sweet. And this is Carol's sister. And okay, look at how I'm going to tie all this together. You're going to be so proud of me, Vinny. Yeah. So since we're getting engaged and you're going to want to send us a congratulations card, and this just dawned on me, you guys, I did not plan this. Terrell's sister, her name's Trisha Guy. I'm using this. She's got this really, really lovely website. It's called Sendout Cards, and it's like sendoutcards.com. And the whole website is sendoutcards.com/5906. And it's kind of like you can join the club any way you want to, but like there's a zillion cards. You can create your own cards. You can do whatever you want. You can do you can order 50 postcards. You can do all of this stuff, anything you want. Create your own. There's a ton of things to choose from, but you get to send out real mail again. And I don't know, because of my birthday, not that I got a card from Vinny, but because my birthday passed and I went to my mailbox and Vinny didn't even catch that, did he?
I was over here. Hey, listen, I posted this. This is J. Cynthia Brooks stand up. I posted it there in the chat room, and I'll go back and post it back onto our little a little bit of fun we're having on Facebook. I bet somebody's going to get mad, huh? Hey, it's 4:20, by the way, and this has been your public service announcement by the Buzz Beaver with the Buzz Beaver Report.
Oh, okay. Well, darling, I have no idea what that was.
Well, I have a page called the Buzz Beaver, pardon the pun, and it's on Facebook, and it's all about
Beaver?
hemp and cannabis plant, yes.
Oh.
Buzz Beaver. Buzz Beaver. It's among my cast of characters anyways. And speaking of stand-up, so look, I'm looking at maybe doing a little stand-up, and I thought, hey, here's a pretty good tagline, and it's if that bothers you, you've not moved far enough out in the country. So anyways, I was having some fun with that. Like, hey, if the goats are on your car.
Oh, I love it.
And a lot more.
If the goats are on your car, what?
If that makes you mad, you've not moved far enough out in the country. If you can see 12 parked cars in your neighbor's yard, you've not moved far enough out in the country.
Oh, my God. That's great, Vinny.
I had some more. So anyways, that's something I was thinking about working on. But I want to come back to UCY also after the first of the year. We're going to have some changes here, and I'm looking forward to that. And what I want to be doing is a monthly audio magazine, and it'll be called the Odd Blog with the Mob, a continuation of my theme of connecting voices, broadcasting what matters worldwide. So anyways, I've some people thought that I just quit UCY, but I haven't. I've continued to be here hosting and producing, and I love it here. This is a fantastic place to be.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful people. There's every bit of information that you need in the world you can find right here at UCY, and that's the serious side. And
then some.
Yes.
Stuff you didn't even know. What did you call it? What did you call it? What kind of a magazine? A what magazine?
Odd Blog, like for audio blog, an audio blog magazine. And I'm going to lay it out. I've been working on it. I'm looking at laying it out with liking it. On Facebook, it would kind of come out as an album of pictures, which would be, each article and audio links. And then it'll also go be uploaded from UCY. That's some plans that are coming up that I won't get too far into. But anyways, a person can go. And then with my idea of the way using it as a magazine format, a person, if they only had a few minutes, they can come back to it and, kind of scroll through and see what kind of articles they want to have. And I'll have some regulars that, of course, the cancer industry will be covered, along with, health and wellness and food for health type of deal and cannabis issues. There'll be several regular articles. And then also I would like to do some recordings with some people, some interviews, and space it out. So what I want to do is produce 12 volumes for the year, and then bring them all together, and then bring them to UCY once a month. So that's what I'm doing right now. My plans right now. I'm still in the beginning stages, and since I'm definitely a person that does not believe in putting off for tomorrow what can be put off for the day after, I'm sure it'll be a while.
Yeah, I love that. I everybody knows I'm not the techno person by no means, so I've kind of heard about that, but I didn't know exactly what it was, and that sounds really interesting. So,
well, I thought it was kind of a new concept of my own that I'm developing, and
maybe it is.
Perhaps it exists out there otherwise, but I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe I heard of something else.
Well, that's very possible because there's nothing new under the sun, after all. But like I said, I've got a lot of pages that I have, and I kind of use them as kind of like, I don't know if I was writing a book, they'd be chapters and on different topics, from survival and to preparedness, to sustainable living, and many others. And of course, I hope to include humor, and also stay with my theme of connecting voices, and that's bringing other people together.
Right. So, also, I just wanted to say one more thank you to everybody who's been saying prayers for my mother. She's getting better. So, thank you guys. I want to dedicate this show again to her, and thank you everybody, for all the prayers and the warm wishes and sending me all those sweet notes and everything. I just so appreciate it. And you know, like a little miracle, because it was not looking good. Actually, it wasn't looking hopeful. And then she just kind of made this turnaround, and she's doing better. So once again, I want to thank everybody, you know, everybody out there who's been supporting me and holding my hand through this, because it was a scary time. And a lot of blessings, you know, and learning. There are a lot of silver linings and a lot of blessings, man. When things like this go down, Vinny, you really know who your friends are.
Yeah, that's right. And there's a lot of people with well wishes for you, and I'm so glad to hear, because no, you really didn't expect your mom to pull back out, and she did. And that goes to show, I think, if I'm not falling into something I want to cover here in a little bit, which will also be something that I cover in the magazine, which
I want to hear it.
Fallacies. But you know, prayer works, and that will probably fall into one of these. And this is something that I hear now almost always, and what people are saying always, it seems, especially on posts and people that are, you know, trying to respond to something, we always see, or I do, logical fallacies, and that's a flaw in reasoning intended to create a certain belief on the part of the receiver. Now, there's 24 of the main ones, which I'll just run through them real quick without explanation of them. Maybe we'll come back. There's a straw man, a false cause, appeal to emotion, the fallacy. And this is one that I want to go ahead and cover right now, because that may kind of covered what I said. Just presuming that because a claim has been poorly argued or a fallacy has been made, that the claim itself must be wrong. It's entirely possible to make a claim that is false, yet argue with the logical coherency for that claim. Just as it is possible to make a claim that is true and justify it with various fallacies and poor arguments. And here would be an example. Recognizing that Amanda had committed a fallacy in arguing that we should eat healthy food because a nutritionist said it was popular. Elise says we should therefore eat bacon double cheeseburgers every day. Well, I don't think that's such a great example, but I did copy that from a site, and I'll give you that to you when I get down to the end here.
Yeah, I'm wondering who this writer is.
Okay, well, this is a culmination. I think it's probably being shared, and so I'm not sure of who the actual author would be, but okay. I will cite the site when I get to the bottom. Cool. There's a slippery slope. There's ad hominem, and that's the biggest one we see, and that's attacking your opponent's character or personal traits, an attempt to undermine their argument. And right. I see that with the chemtrail argument that goes on. There's those that suppose that it's not chemtrails, and what I find is their biggest argument is not actual information, but it is an attack on people like who was just on previous to Unlock the Door. Before that is Geoengineering here on Saturdays, and Dane Wigington and Russ Tanner. And yeah, I've personally, from stuff I've shared, I have certain people, and they come along, and most of their critique is attack ad hominem. Then there's the too kooky, and it's spelled Tuqulque, and it's kind of too kooky, and that's avoiding having to engage with criticism by turning it back on the accuser, answering criticism with criticism.
Right.
And that's why I really don't get too involved in any kind of debates, because that's what it always just seems to fall right into, attack, and nobody's lost. And as Nathan Frazier says, it's on Sunday nights here on Live Free FM. It's a lose-lose situation, and what we have to do when we speak with people is try to make it a win-win, and not wait to talk, or not listening, but interact with a person and allay some of their concerns, and try to move forward in a fashion that is non-threatening to one another.
Are you telling me this because we're getting married?
No, I think you already know that. But whatever you say, yes, dear.
Okay, just checking.
Then we have special pleadings, or moving the goalposts. You're making up exceptions when a claim is shown to be false. Now that right there can also go back to the false cause. No, right. False cause. No, the fallacy. Yeah, that one. And I'll tell you what, when you start reading these and start, I mean, it just doesn't sink in all at once, but one has to just really kind of look at it and analyze conversations. And I think it makes one a better communicator and also one that can be a better listener also.
Oh, sure.
And then you can also more easily call bullshit on somebody. And then you have the loaded question, do you still beat your wife? Everybody's probably heard that one. So how can you answer that, right?
By saying yes?
Well, yeah. If you say no, what then?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So then there's burden of proof, ambiguity, the gambler's fallacy, bandwagon, appeal to authority, and that one is used a lot, especially when you get into religious debates. Composition and division. The no true Scotsman. Yeah. Says, well, no true Scotsman does it like that, right? Well, the other Scotsman says, I do, my lad. Genetic, judging something good or bad by the basis where it comes from. So, black and white. There's a lot of areas in between that black and white, different shades of gray, right? So.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not always black and white, but sometimes things are black and white, I think. If I might beg the question, which is the next one.
Oh, so funny.
Appeals to nature. You argue that because someone is something is natural is therefore valid. Well, that's just the way things are. Anecdotal. And this one right here I use all the time, so I return back to the fallacy. Just because I use an antidote does not mean I'm wrong. Once I thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken.
Good one.
The Texas sharpshooter. That's where you throw out all this stuff and then you go put your bullseye right over where you throwed it all out. See there? It all works. And middle ground. That's usually the result of the left-right paradigm, the Hegelian dialectic. Those that are in power use, two sides, and that's to bring everybody kind of to a common ground in the middle. So you might look back to that being the black and white. See there, if there's no black and white and it's only middle ground. Oops, wait a minute, that's another fallacy. So as I said, there's a lot to this, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I find it fascinating. So that comes from yourlogicalfallacyis.com. With the very beginning that I edited from educatorstechnology.com. And that comes from their sitemap. Right. And that was the explanation of a logical fallacy, and that is a logical fallacy is a flaw in reasoning intended to create a certain belief on part of the receiver. Now,
right.
There's not always an agenda behind that, but some people, are. Nobody believes anything that they didn't get from anywhere else. There's nobody really that has any kind of original ideas, very few cases are actually do we find original thought. So what I'm thinking, what you're thinking is probably something that we heard from somebody else.
Right. Can I read a little something that really speaks to everything you just said quite nicely that I heard from somebody else?
Yes, dear.
There we go. I'm loving the sound of this. I just want to check because I know Becky is going to love this. Is Becky with us?
Becky's here.
Oh, good. Becky can hear us. Right on, because Becky will love this. So, I love the whole list that you just read out. And, we see it. I'm guilty of it. Many of the charges on that list, we see it all around us, constant. And it just really made me want to jump to this note. And it really is about personal perspective. I actually learned when I was a girl in college about astronomy, because I love astronomy. And I feel like I'm going to hiccup. I don't know why. Okay. So anyway, I just thought I'd warn you guys. The squeaking noise comes out. It's just a hiccup. It's not my vagina. Don't worry. Moving on.
I was laughing so hard.
Pause for the laugh. Pause for the laugh.
Oh, boy, I just can't wait for our wedding night.
It dropped out. Okay, good. That was your vagina, right, Vivi?
Yeah, that's me clicking mute.
Okay. Anyway,
I know how to shut up. Okay, baby.
So anyway, I just love the whole. Well, I'll give you two that you guys are. I know Becky's gonna like both of these. First of all, point of view actually came from the Greek astrologers, astronomers. Excuse me. Well, back then, astronomers and astrologers. Can you guys hear me? I keep hearing like I'm getting dropped. Am I still audible?
I think we are. I'll go check chat.
Okay. Okay, I guess Becky hears me. Hee. Anyway, I'm sorry, you guys. Like, towards the end of the show, what's been happening is that, like, Skype has been pausing for about 10 to 15 seconds, so I'm kind of hearing those noises. That's why I'm getting a little weird. But, who am I kidding? I'm always weird.
Okay, it does appear that we were dropping audio, but we are back again.
Okay, good. Okay, we did drop. Okay, so anyway, I'll just repeat that you know, when I was studying astronomy in college, and this is where I learned this, and I was saying the Greeks, I kind of made a play on words, or I made a mistake, but it really wasn't, because the Greeks, the word point of view comes from the Greek, and I said astrologers, but back then the Greeks, the astronomers were the astrologers. They were one and the same, pretty much. But anyway, point of view, what they realized is, as they were, you know, peering up at the stars and writing down and describing exactly what they saw, they realized that the astrologer standing right next to them was seeing something different. Which, if you think of the physics and, you know, the astronomy of it, and geographically, it's always, even if you move one step over to an inch, do you know what I'm saying? It's going to look a little bit different. And you're peering at the stars that way. What about when we're peering at, like, the person in front of us? You know what I'm saying? That just to underline that, you know, all points of view are valid. And the arguing and whatnot to undermine or try to be right or whatever is, I feel, unproductive, because you can always learn from another point of view. You don't have to agree with it, believe it, anything. If nothing else, it's a good mind exercise and something nice to chomp on every now and then. But so that, the reason I was talking about point of view is it goes to personal perspective. And this is Abraham. I stumbled upon this not too long ago, and this is an Abraham quote. And it says, once your goal and once your perspective, well, okay, let me try again. Start again. Begin again. Your perspective is uniquely yours. And if you could give up your determination to explain yourself in enough different ways to get other people to see it the way you see it, that's when life really begins to become so sweet and so right for you.
That's very nice.
Isn't it beautiful? And when you think about it, how much time, you know what I mean, so many people, I myself, you know, have spent, you know, my determination to try to explain my perspective in so many different ways, and then, you know, in enough different ways to get other people to see it the way I see it, you know, and you just kind of let it go and go with the flow. You know, life can become so much sweeter. And it was just weird because I had a week where a lot of people were going back and forth and so determined to get the other one to see their point of view or agree with it or this, that, and the other. And it really looked like a spinning game, you know. And so, you know, and that's what I used to wise about that. It's more about like just putting out the information and not trying to get anyone, you know, to believe or what you believe, because really when you are firm in your own beliefs and what you believe, you don't need others to believe anything you believe. You don't need it. And it's interesting because, again, another great one had said, like, for example, oh, you know, there's certain religions and everything that go to door and try to get you to, you know, believe or save your soul or believe this or believe that. And a great one said, again, what that really is the subtext to that with all these big religions of knocking on doors or going out and trying to get others to, you know, believe what they believe. what the subtext to that is, I don't really believe 100% what I think I believe, but if I get enough people to agree with me, maybe I'll believe it a little bit more.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's
more.
Good.
Yeah.
And you know, something that I've used for my own description, I guess, with my broadcast was that you know, we all see things a little differently, subject to our own perspective, and that's just really, I mean, even infinitesimal is like you was talking about, over such a great distance as the nearest star even, and for us to observe that from here, and like you said, just an inch over makes a difference too.
Absolutely, yeah, and I do believe like the great game when we were children, which we should do now, and I'm not doing it, is, you know, laying on the grass and looking at the clouds and seeing the shapes and seeing, you know what I mean, well, that looks like an elephant or that looks like an angel or what have you, and the game back and forth. And I don't know, when I played the game with my friends, nobody said anybody was wrong. Well, I see an elephant. Well, I see a sailboat, and it was all good, you know. And it's a beautiful stretch of the imagination. And I don't know, you know, and if we put that to other things, you know what I mean, so much good, so much progress, so many, you know, new thoughts and new ideas and new solutions can come from that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when we're dealing with the world that so many of us live in today, and the subject of this broadcast, cancer, so many people are affected by cancer these days in life. It's just phenomenal. And let me just say that we're discussing information and ideas here. This is not meant to provide any medical advice, professional diagnosis, opinion, treatment, or services to you or any other individual. Okay, with that said,
I was waiting for that. I've decided that reading that disclaimer is the husband's rule. I've decided.
Okay, I'll do that. Well, then I'll take out the trash in a little bit.
Oh, good.
And after that, I'll be back to rub your feet and.
Oh my!
We're gonna check the money.
This marriage is looking better and better.
Oh yeah, I love it where I'm standing. Up to you. I think I could walk all around you and still have the same perspective, though.
I don't even know if I want to poke at that. I'm not sure what it means. It's scaring me, though. So, I'm sorry, I was totally teasing you and distracted you, which is going to happen a lot. Back to cancer.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, there's not one of us that know anybody that's been affected by cancer. Yeah. And the control of information and suppression really is occurring, and there's so many natural forms that address the causes of cancer. So we're not going to use the C word, cure. That was in quotation, so it didn't count. But addressing the causes of cancer and the environment is where the big thing is. And the modern cancer industry does nothing but cut, burn, and radiate people. And usually with negative results. Now, some of the smaller cancers, if I can use that, smaller, because, man, any cancer is huge to that individual.
Yeah.
But many cancers are treated this way by the modern technology that they use, and, with results. So bait and switch is the way I see it, because mostly all it is a perpetuation in the industry. And we've talked about this before, how it goes back, 100 and odd years ago, and when allopathy, dominated homeopathy with laws and regulations, with the AMA and the foundation of that. We did touch on some of that last week, but it has gone to the point where they've even taken the choice away from an individual to seek alternative methods by jailing those that are providing it,
right,
or ruining them financially. Causing them to flee to Mexico, like in the case with Ian's friends there on the...
Yep.
I said Ian instead of Ian. No, wait, I mixed up. I mixed my British accent up sometimes, even if I'm from Scotland. We're going to break away, laddie, we are.
No, you're right, it's Ian.
Yeah, I confuse myself sometimes.
I don't think you're alone in that, my darling.
Yeah, I called him Ian so many times, it's like, wait, I'm used to messing that up. Did I just mess up again?
Oh, no, yeah. Yeah.
Ian Jacqueline's awesome. Kickboxer champion from back in the 80s, movie film star, a champion for the fight against this right here, this biggest battle, really one of the biggest battles that mankind faces in cancer, because it's just so epidemic now.
Yeah.
And I think it's time for, if you're scared to talk about it, or people pressure you away from exploring these alternative ideas, using these logical fallacies, and that's usually what will happen. Then with the, people aren't willing to hear then, or unable to hear.
Right. Well, you really hit the diagnostic nail on the head right there, Vinny. No pun intended, but unable to hear. And actually, like, going over to extreme technology, there's so much now what has been created, honestly. There's so much energy around their ears and so much fear energy, they are unable to hear it. So when I was trained to clean auras and chakras and, deep cleaning and on an energy level, the first thing we do is the first thing we go for is the ears and get that energy out of there so that they are able to at least hear, if that makes any sense to you guys, those of you who understand energy. The thing that was going on was that, and you got to hand it to some clever people, but the first step of cancer was actually creating the fear of it, and that happened in the 30s. And so now there is such a huge fear button on cancer, do you know what I'm saying? And people just flip out and they panic. And actually, to be very honest, I'm going to tell you guys, this is something that now I'm allowed to talk about. I lost my co-host, Vanessa, because she no longer wanted to do the show because she felt like she was focusing too much on cancer. So that's how I lost her. And, I said I don't quite understand because we're talking about the cure, but she was I didn't realize still how far down the road she was in a fear and, not really dealing with alternative medicine, although she's gone to some of my alternative doctors, but you know what I mean? And she loved the show and she loved doing the show. So that's pretty powerful. That was her dream, to do something like this, until she realized, and when I said, can you talk to me about it? And she just she like choked up and she was like, I can't, like all she could say was, I can't talk about my fear about cancer. So I was like, holy smokes, that's really interesting. So, the clever equation for people who mean ill was creating like this monster fear about cancer. It's very similar to, the creation of the devil. Although we know he exists, his name is Vincent Easley, but other than that, in my point of view, the whole religious thing about the devil and creating that fear around that and creating fear if you do something wrong, you're going to burn in hell for an eternity, that was created by someone else to control you. And for you to give them and I'm talking about, I'm actually talking about more about 2,000 years ago or so, created for you to give, more than half of your salary to the church. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but that was usually now a lot of the Catholics, Christians, whatever, a basket is passed around, they put a little change in there, or a dollar, or what have you, but, let's see here, little less than 2,000 years ago, it was required that you gave more than half of your earnings to the Catholic Church if you wanted any kind of protection or education, or, you didn't want to burn in hell. I don't know if people know that. Not true for all of, the sectors, but for a lot of them, that was, the going deal back then. I didn't know if you guys knew that or not. So anyway, Vincent, the devil, has just gone off to go do something else. But
I'm here. I was amending our announcement, and so I put in there our little joke. I produced and co-host with her on Cancer Kickers on UCY.TV. So.
Where did you post that?
I edited the announcement on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So if you refresh your page, you'll see it. Okay, so after I posted in the comments there and let the cat out of the bag, Jill Golden says, I thought she seemed a bit out of your league.
Oh, no.
He says, I only believed it because I thought you kidnapped her.
Oh, my God, your friends are here.
And Julieta, she shared the post, and she's listening, and she says it's a joke. So.
Oh, my God. Julieta. Hi, Julieta.
And you said her name right.
Who said those last two comments? Who is that?
Oh, Julieta said she let everybody out. She says, "Oh, it's a joke." In other words, she was asking, and then she says, "Oh man," we got some ha-has from Michelle and Donna. Is this your friend Donna Oak? She says, "So beautiful always," and I agree. You are very, very beautiful.
Aw, thank you. Hey, Donna Oak. I don't know if you're listening. Donna Oak's my friend from high school.
Oh, cool.
I think actually, Donna, forgive me if I'm wrong. I think it was junior high school, actually. I think we were in, I'm pretty sure she was a year younger than me, so she would be 25 right now. And, odds for the laugh.
Almost 26.
Right. And we were cheerleaders together in junior high school.
Yeah, you just turned 25, a week or two ago now.
I did, on the 27th, yeah.
Uh-huh. And Becky had her 50th birthday, so she's twice as old as you.
I thought Becky turned 60.
And I'm a dirty old man because I'm turning 50 next month.
Yeah, Vinny. Well, hey, you guys, too, I just want to apologize, my guest, because I was kind of taunting Becky on Facebook because I said we were going to have that astrologer on, and an emergency came up, so he couldn't make it, and I'm going to try to get him on next week. So when is your birthday, Vinny?
15th. October.
October 15th. So you're Scorpio.
Libra.
Oh, you're a Libra. Oh, that's right, the 20th, around there. That's the cutoff date. 22nd, I think. Yeah, got it. Yeah, well, we had so many birthday babies, I thought it would be so apropos to get the astrologer on and start talking about Virgos and Libras and all that stuff.
Yeah, but, I don't keep up with that a whole lot, but I do think it's pretty accurate on me as far as the scales. I do seek balance. So.
You do, huh?
And for a lot of my life, Cynthia, Julieta says, say hello, please, and thank you, Cynthia Brooks. So.
Aw, hi, Julieta. I'm going to get it right. Hi, Julieta.
She's so beautiful, too. I think she's 25 also.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We all are. I'm going to start a club, the 25 Forever Club, and you can all join.
I'm halfway through life. Well, in a year and a month, I'll be halfway through life. I plan to live to be 102 in honor of G. Michael Hoff's daughter. She and I share the same birthday. And his book starts out in 2066. Yes. And it's a great series. 3 books out. He's got another one coming out this winter. So it's a post-apocalyptic novel, which is really, really good.
Cool. Hey, Vinny.
Collective. Go ahead.
Vinny and everybody, you guys, you can live as long as you want. I mean, with the technology that's coming out, because, for example, as I was talking about the stem cell therapist, Judy Smith, I'd love for you to host that show with me, Vinny. You're going to love this, and she's one of them that practices down in Mexico, too. She's got a clinic down in Mexico, and especially with the products like Athea, now that we're learning how to isolate the redox signaling molecules, it just, you know what I mean, like, the sky is the limit. I know that 10 years ago they were saying if you can hang on 10 years, you can live, twice the life that you ever thought you were going to. And it's not just about growing old, but it's about the quality of life while you're having it. I just keep, I can't get my head out of the books and studying all of this rejuvenation and, a lot of times when people talk about anti-aging, they just mean kind of stopping the clock where you are. Well, actually, anti-aging means going in reverse. So we could live to be 200 easily.
Yeah, I find that fascinating, and I wish I had that information in front of me. How often each part of, like, your liver's renewed every so many years, and your skin cells so many days, and so forth. That's not the exact numbers, but we're not the same. We're not the same person we were 10 years ago. Really,
right?
And this is the effect of life on this earth. There is something that causes regeneration to be affected, and a lot of that, especially in these days, and going back to the cancer issue, is because of environmental factors. And it takes a lot more work, actually, to be able to, belay those effects. And I think a really great system that everybody should have. I think you could probably have one big enough to you could sit in your backyard or your front porch, or even just a small one in your windowsill, and that's an aquaponics. And there's a shout out to Drew Lamb on Off Grid Living here tomorrow. So everybody stay tuned to UCY and keep coming back. If you're listening downstream, UCY.tv, click there. There's a banner across there. You can find all kinds of places to tune in. UCY.tv news, that's /news, has a great many news feeds there. So if you're looking for a good source of what's going on around you in the world, which truthfully I usually don't. I keep up with what's going on outside very, very little. I'm more interested in focusing my energy on the what's and the whys and the hows and where it all came from. So.
Yeah, well, again, you know what I mean? It's, keeping, abreast of things, no pun intended. I just said breast.
That's never far from a feller's mind.
I have to terrorize Vinny.
Works for me.
But really, so much, too, is about, where you put your attention. So, and you got to watch it, little last-minute physics lesson, the energy of the planet's speeding up, so now it's 17 seconds. You give your attention to anything for 17 seconds, another thought similar to that is going to join it, and it's your choice. Do you want to focus on something, or talk about something negative for 17 seconds, or do you want to talk about what you want, or what you most importantly appreciate, and then another thought joins it, and so on and so on and so forth. It used to be 27 seconds, now it's 17 seconds. Ever since 1986 and the age of Aquarius has started kind of kicking in, the energy, the speed of the planet started moving, the energy and the speed of the planet started moving faster, so that now it's 17 seconds. And there's a great exercise, like if I do this a lot. If you find yourself, this never happens to Vinny, but if you find yourself in a funk or in just a bad mood or whatever, just get yourself, like even on my old cell phone, it still has a little stopwatch on it, just for 17 seconds. Try to focus on something that you appreciate. It can be the smallest thing. You can be looking at a bird, you know what I mean, or a turd. I don't know why I said that.
Well, look, to describe that, it's like a dog, Dogs are always like, they're all into the ball, and then all of a sudden, squirrel. Well, for a guy, it's like, whatever they're doing it. Boobs.
Boobs.
About every 17 seconds, probably, yeah.
Exactly.
I had great fun with mine. I did have to return them after all.
You're
they
kidding.
were Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. Hey, before we run out of time, we're going to really quick. Also, I'm thinking of starting a new program. I'm talking with Reverend Lynn. It's similar to her program, but it's more about my cancer experience. And so she's got a program, Ask Lynn. It's more for clairvoyant readings. Mine is like Ask Cynthia, more about, so if you want to tell your friends about that, there's a chance for them to be able to talk to me once a week. Not in front of everybody, more privately about, the things and the fears and all of the gross stuff that I had to go through with cancer. I'm thinking about doing it. I don't know. So I just wanted to tell you that. I wanted to thank everybody before the music kicks in. And I want to thank my husband, Vinny, for having so much fun with me today.
I love you.
I love you.
And we got a little present for you in chat from an anonymous listener.
What is it?
You'll have to go look at it. Are you still there?
Me?
Yeah, in chat.
I'm still here. I'm still in chat. Okay, I see Becky. I don't see Anonymous. Is Anonymous Anon?
Yeah. Anon smells like a pile. Becky said, love you, Becky. And all of the listeners listening downstream, come back to UCY.tv for more great radio for what really matters.
Well, is it Anon 33963 and she put a pile of doo-doo? Is that it?
Yes,
That's
because
awesome.
You said turd.
I did say turd. I did say turd. I got it coming. Oh, so Anon means anonymous.
Yes.
Thank you for the turds, Anonymous.
Love, y'all.
Thank you all so much.
I believe in angels, and I believe in you. I believe in the simple things and everything you do. I believe in the heavens above, and I believe in truth. I believe in the love we have, because I believe in